Dream Crusher!
Don't believe in aliens, they're never going to land. Don't believe in cryptids that leave footprints in the sand. Don't believe in spirits appearing from the dead. The only demons out there are living in your head. Dream crusher, the Lord of non-belief. If you can't prove it, no one can. Get ready for the brilliant. We all know what that means. He's lurking in the shadows and crushing on your dreams. Dream crusher, the Lord of non-belief. If you can't prove it, no one can. Get ready for the brilliant. We all know what that means.
It's Friday night. White man dance.
Doing the white man dance. Happy Friday, guys.
Oh, hello. It's good to see everyone. Ding, ding, good day, Connie. And chat. What's up, Sandra? Peachy. Let's go through and say hi to some people. I'm going to start at the bottom. Blast Rights is here. Sandra Peachy. Zordon. Woohoo, just made it in time. Good. Dizdell L, I see you there. Damn it, Bob's in the house. Obscure Reference Man is here. Shauna. Pinky, the unicorn, is here. Oh, Laura B became 8 months. Hello. Thank you so much for that. Oh, sorry. I jumped the gun. I gotta look. I'm not supposed to touch the buttons on that side. Dragon Ranger. Hello. That's a cool name. I love it. What else we got? We got Cat and Mac is in the house. Teach it forward. That's Bob is double dipping. We got Cat Bat because there's a little bat. That's why I say Cat Bat. No, there's Cat Mac and there's Cat the Bat.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, we got 2 cats. We got Kit Ford's in the house. We got Laura B, Little Miss Mayhem. We got Alfaba was framed. Pam Spencer, Glenda Watt. We got, who else we got? We got Malachi. I see Malachi. Hello. I'm having a bit of I don't know if it's allergies or if it's a touch of asthma. I don't know what it is, but I'm having some breathing issues.
Yeah, you need
so
to go to the doctor.
just let you know if I cough, during it. I'm not actually sick. I just have some tightness in the chest. It's not a heart attack. But we've been dog sitting my father-in-law's dog, which is the sister of Rummy. Misty. And Misty has different fur than Rummy. And unfortunately, I'm allergic to her. So it has been very difficult to be around her. And I feel the allergies coming on. So yeah, when you hear me coughing like that, it's a dry cough. It's I'm not dying yet. Jade Kitten's in the house.
Remember for 9 months.
What? We got Alfaba was framed 9 months. That's awesome. That's awesome. I have to get back to that. I've been doing a little bit here and there. Cree Storm's in the house. Wayne Dawson, I see you. Usually Diana's in the house too. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. I want to make sure that I say hi to people. Amy's here. Cool. But yeah, the members only stuff. You guys get to see like behind the scenes more crafting stuff, but also you see the full on attitude sometimes. Like I post videos once in a great while where it's like I don't want to put this out in the public, but I need to vent my anger. I need to say something really, really bad. And like I did one a couple days ago. I did a public one about Zach, which pissed me off. But then I did a private one, a members only one, about a recent ghost hunting group that I that held a, let's call it a evidence presentation event that I attended, and I was highly disappointed. Some of you that maybe follow Jason Hawes will know a little bit about it because he was partly involved in this, and I know he put out a video going through some of that. So rules, yes, Bob. Oh, what's that? Really unusual light energy surges. In other words, orbs. Where is my sign?
Oh my gosh, it's not within reach.
That's because I was moving stuff. I had to get to the printer, and unfortunately, my printer is in the corner, and I usually have it buried.
Everything is fine.
And then when it tells me that it needs paper, I'm like, damn it! Now I got to move so much crap to get to it to go through it. So let me go over the rules because we do definitely need rules. Boom, there they are. I know you haven't been here for a week. I changed this last week because I was making sure that I changed all the frames so that the comments down here can still be seen during it. And then I didn't want to cover you up, which is over here. So rule number 1 is that I encourage you to ask questions. That's what the show is about. It's a learning show so that we all can learn together. And in tonight's case, it's a complaint department. So you're welcome to complain about things and we can discuss it. Maybe we can find a resolution, probably not, but at least we'll try. Rule number 2 is that I don't know everything. I put we don't know everything because sometimes I have a guest. Donna's also here, so
I don't know much of anything.
Sometimes we don't know stuff. So understand that saying I don't know is a perfectly acceptable answer for a question if we in fact do not know the answer. So I don't mind going with that, and that'll help us learn. So number 3 is that we follow the Patrick Swayze rule here, and that is be nice, or Donna boots your butt. That's basically what it comes down to. Yeah. You can be in the chat room and you can have conversations and debates with people. That's cool. You can express your opinion as long as it doesn't go overboard, and you don't start insulting people, because when it gets nasty, that we boot you. And I have no control over that. That's all Donna. She right there. Donna, she will boot you.
Again tonight.
Really, son of a bitch.
Guys, really? Because literally, I am like within less than a foot of my microphone.
Is everyone having that problem? Because I was trying to figure it out. Like what? I'll turn you up a little bit.
So on the bottom of my screen, I can see your microphone light up, but mine is muted.
You see that?
Yeah, look. Yeah, I see it.
Where do you see that?
Look. Sorry,
where? Oh, I see it. Okay. Well, your microphone won't light up because your microphone is not going through the computer. It's going through mine.
All right.
So talk.
I'm talking right now.
Oh, yeah. It's not really picking you up.
Hear me?
I turned you up pretty loud. So, very far away. Wow. Sounds like I'm hearing her off.
Your microphone.
Wow. The microphone's on, so I wonder if it's not plugged in.
It's not. Maybe it's dead.
I don't know. That one's there. That one's there. I don't know.
I'm sorry you guys can't hear me.
I don't know. You can't hear Donna. Let me try plugging you into another.
Plug me in, baby.
This might fuck things up. I'm just letting you know. All right. Now you're in another one.
Is that any better?
Oh.
Okay, guys, is that any better?
Not even registering in that one.
No.
That's weird.
Maybe the microphone's finally dead.
Maybe. I don't know. It's not like you're even coming up. Oh, wait. Now talk.
Nope.
Everybody's saying no.
Oh, wait. Try it now.
No.
Now you're way high.
Okay, guys, how about now? Anything? Because I really like to be heard. Because I do say good stuff. There we go. Yes, yes, yep. Now I hear,
okay.
finally, yes, I'm back on.
All right.
So now when I yell, you're definitely going to hear me. Perfect. Thank you.
I wonder if that's
See, I'm all
bad.
better now.
Okay. We got you go.
Loud and clear. Loud and proud. That's right.
Wonderful.
Divine Donna is back,
Now you're going to
baby.
hear all the little comments she says under her breath.
You're going to hear my burp.
You're going to hear her when she crunches her snacks when she brings them.
I know. You're going to hear me puffing.
Stop.
That's
I
all
will not
good.
Stop touching the buttons. You better be.
No,
fucking
wait.
lying.
Tim, really?
No,
Now Kenny is off.
I'm probably just lower than you.
Kenny
Turn you
is a
down
little
bit.
bit big,
Roomy.
roomy sounding.
Oh boy.
Oh, great. See what
See?
happens? Now Kenny's in the closet.
Oh my god.
I guess I'm just going to have to take care of the show. All right, guys. It's complaint night. Who wants to complain about
Turning you back
microphones?
down.
Because these suck.
There you go. Maybe you're just too loud.
Maybe.
We'll see how that goes. We'll
Okay.
see that.
You
You
might
be too far away from the mic. I'm right here. Fly me out and I'll fix it. It's all good. Better than before. Okay. Maybe
Is that better, guys?
better.
Better.
Okay.
Better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you were just over.
I'm too loud.
Yeah. You were too loud. And it was
That is
okay.
fantastic.
I'm not touching anything. Hands
Thank you
off.
guys. Thanks for sharing
thanks
your
for helping us
comments.
out.
And yeah, because we want you guys to hear us.
All
That's
right.
why we're here.
So back to it.
Back to the rules.
Rule number 4 is that if you do have a question tonight, please do us a favor, put a capital Q in front of it, and that way Donna can put it in the queue for later. And then rule number 5 is my favorite: drink up, participate, learn, and have fun.
Smoke if you got them.
Puff, puff, puff away. All right. So,
Only the good stuff, not cigarettes.
well, that's one less thing to complain about. All right. And we got it done. So that's
See
good.
what happens when you complain? If you complain to the right people,
Yeah.
shit gets done.
Yeah, we take care of it right now. That's good, because that's really the only way to get it fixed is to do it live.
You know,
And-
and yeah, well,
and
with this
have people
problem,
listening.
but
Yeah.
even with any complaint, sometimes if you know,
Yeah.
the louder the squeak, the better. What's that saying?
I don't know where you're going with this. So,
The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
oh, is that what they say?
Yeah.
Who says that?
You guys, have you never heard that? The squeaky wheel gets the grease. So it means
Oh.
like the person that like speaks up more, you know, is like in your face it's kind of like that movie. Remember the guy in the prison that sent the letters to have the library books, and he sent one every day? Remember that? And he finally shut him up and sent him money to build his library.
Well, I have no idea what you're talking about.
The great movie about the jail. I forget what it was called. He was in jail
Schindler's
for
List?
no, the other one. He
Shawshank Redemption.
Yes, he
Okay,
was in jail
yeah.
for something he didn't do, for
Okay.
murdering his wife. Remember that
All right.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got it. Shawshank.
All right.
You guys have heard that,
You
right?
guys have heard that.
It's an
Is
old
that what the
saying,
squeaky
yes.
wheel gets
But
the grease?
yeah, they all heard it.
Okay. I think they're just being nice to you.
No, the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
They're all like,
All my
"Okay,
old
Donna,
people know it.
whatever. Whatever you say, Donna. We love you.
Who said that? You did.
I did.
Yeah, right. Nobody in the chat saying that.
Oh, man.
Look, literally
You
said
guys
that
are
today.
funny.
Little Miss Mayhem. See, it's not just me.
Oh,
Sometimes Kenny thinks I'm a little out there, and sometimes I am.
At
But
least we can
sometimes I'm
acknowledge
right
that.
on.
We can acknowledge that. That's all good. Oh, man. That's funny. All right.
There we go. Look.
Before we, Donna's a smart lady. She is right. I feel movement coming on. I'm not going to fight that. I will start off. So tonight is complete department edition, which means rather than just ask questions, I mean, which you can, I'm not going to stop that. I'm not derailing that part. You can still ask questions, but if you want to vent about something, if something is bothering you about the paranormal community or even about me, if you don't like something about me, you're free to complain. I will boot you if you complain about me. But no, I mean, you can complain about things, and I have some things to complain about, to get off my chest, to vent about. Some of the things that come up, lose reviews plus. Hey, what's up?
Huh?
I was just reading, somebody popped up.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So something that I talked about. Did I talk about it? I don't know if I made a video about it or not. I think I was going to. I'm not sure if I actually posted it because I can't remember everything that I do anymore.
Because his memory's going.
Stop stealing all the offices.
Did you steal another one?
I didn't steal another one. What are you talking about? Shut up.
What? And he did it in all caps. He's
You're not
pissed.
even here.
He is pissed.
If you come back to work, then you can complain about that. But
Tim, wait till you see what he did to yours.
Anyway, so the one thing I was listening to the Occult Life the other night. They're on here on YouTube. Love them. I enjoy interacting with them and watching their live streams and some videos and stuff. And they had Joe Vitale on, and Joe, you guys know he might be in here. Entity 7, Joe Vitale. So he was on there, and they were talking about investigations and information and evidence and stuff like that. And I made some comments because
that's what Kenny does.
Yeah, exactly. And it came up. There was a kind of a complaint coming from Joe, and this is not I'm not like slighting Joe at all. I'm just discussing the point that he brought up. He brought up this idea that, when you bring evidence to scientists or skeptics, that they're always going to be like, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, and that they are raising the bar every time you bring them evidence. And I had an argument against that because I don't think that's the way it is. There is no raising of the bar. It's when ghost hunters, especially paranormal investigators, if that's what you want to call yourselves, bring evidence and present evidence to the public, or in this case, specifically to scientists and skeptics. And like, if you bring it to me and I say something like, well, did you check a closet, or did you check for noises? Did you lock down the room, this and that? That's not raising the bar. That's actually addressing issues that should have been addressed beforehand. So before you collected the alleged evidence, which is not really evidence yet, it's data. When you collect the data, you should control for certain things. And I'm not raising the bar when I say, or when I ask a question like, did you check for this? Did you check for that? Did you have microphones on everyone to make sure no one was whispering at the time? This is not raising the bar. This is, again, pointing out things that should have been accounted for at the time. And in my experience, most of the time, these little things are not accounted for. So I think there's an issue where there's a issue or mentality. Maybe it's a behavioral thing. Damn, you're vaping. You're smoking up the whole room. Where people are presenting what they think is evidence, not realizing that they haven't put enough environmental controls on the area, and thinking they've covered everything that needs to be covered. And then when scientists or skeptics say, no, you didn't cover for this, so it could be that, it's seen as, oh, you're just raising the bar. You're just saying that to not accept my evidence or nothing. But that's not how it works in science. There's going to be constant questions. There's going to be constant people trying to repeat what you've done and point out the flaws of it, because if there are flaws, they need to be accounted for. So it kind of got to me, because it was also piggybacked on that was the idea that and I'm not reading comments, so I don't know if people are commenting on this, but that there's information out there and that scientists should be bringing it to the ghost hunters. And I think that's complete opposite of what's going on, because the information is out there. If you want to look up how sound works, or infrasound, or x-rays, or any kind of science that's out there that you want to know more about, the idea in science is to remove as many variables as possible so you test. Yes, exactly. The information is there. You have to go get it. It's up to us. If you're making the claim that something might be paranormal, or if you want to do better work and try to present the most accurate and well-balanced evidence or data possible, then you need to seek out the information that you need. Like I said, there's plenty of papers out there. There's plenty of information out there. You just have to do the work, whether it's getting a book, paying for an academic paper. That came up recently, where there was a academic article that was written about the effects of the moon phase on different behaviors, and the references were all behind a paywall. And unfortunately, most are, because that's the way science works. You got to pay for the work. You got to pay for the information, and it sucks, but that's what I do. I pay for it. So I guess my point is, we can all do better. It's not raising the bar if somebody points out something you didn't account for. And also, if there's information out there, it's up to you to go get it, to go find it, to seek it out, and to understand it, and then incorporate that into the work that you do. It's not up to anyone else to come to you and say, oh, here's all the information you have. It's not up to somebody else to do the work for you. You need to do all the work. You need to get out there and do it. So there you go. I'm getting off my soapbox now. I'm going to pay attention to some of these questions. I agreed with Joe on almost all he had to say. Personally, he and teams like this try to investigate, but it does seem that if they do find something, people immediately scream fake without looking at it. So I don't know about that approach. I don't say fake. I try to stay away from that unless I have sufficient evidence that shows something is fake. But I'm going to look at it and ask questions of, did you do this? Did you do that? And if I come up with 5 things that should have been checked, or 100 things that should have been checked, that doesn't mean that he faked something, because faking something means you deliberately try to deceive the public or the viewer on something you did. That's not what I'm going to do. So I think there's a difference between your armchair viewers that are at home watching and say, no, that's fake, and not actually following through with it, and someone like me that says, well, what do you got? Did you check for this? Did you check for A, B, C, D, and E, F, all the way to Z? And if you didn't, then maybe you need to go back and check those and rerun the experiment. And that's the point. You really have to control for the environment. You need to control for everything. If you're looking for a spike in the electromagnetic field, and because you believe that ghosts interact with that, you need to control the environment for everything that puts off an EM field. And if you're not, then your data is invalid. And that's just the hard truth on it. So that's a good statement, though. I like that. Wasn't really a question, but it was a good statement. I like that.
Well, it part of the conversation.
Encouraged conversation. Yeah. So really good. Oh God.
So again, tonight, I guess, you can put up a Q for your questions, or C for complaint.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, maybe
C.
instead of a question, if
Yeah,
if you're
you
just
put a
complaining, if you
capital
just want to
C.
get something off your chest, You know,
It
throw
looks
it
like
out
people are
there.
having a good conversation in the chat. I like that.
Yeah.
Um,
We do have a question. So here we go.
okay. Wayne Dawson. Why don't people believe what you say about equipment and still use it, such as Dawson Toller? You know what? So this is a good question. This is a real good question because there's many, what's the word? Facets to this. Thank you. Where I first and foremost, when I put out information, I try to do the best I can. I try to cover all my bases. I try to cover questions that someone like me would ask so that I have too much information into an article or video. And I think that's great. I think that's the way it should be. And you offer as much as you can that's backed up by experiments or science or technical manuals or whatever. You put it out there. If you don't use it all, so be it. But as long as there's more than enough, I think that's good. However, I also preach that just don't take my word for it. You know, you can try it yourself. Check the manuals, check the papers, the academic papers, the published papers, the peer reviewed check all the stuff that I referenced to make sure I did a good job. Because I want you to see it for yourself. And if you have the opportunity to handle a piece of equipment that either myself or someone else has covered, then by all means do it. Because I think the practical application of that information is best. I love to learn. I love to read. I love to just sit here and read books and papers. Like you see this whole pile. This is one case right here. And I love going through it, but being able to get my hands on things, actual devices, or going to the location to see certain areas of the location myself, for me is more impactful. At least that's what my brain tells me. So if they don't believe what I say, that's on them. But always definitely check it. You know, check my work, verify for yourself, but at least do that. Like if you read it, if you read, say the DR60, okay, because that's lately we've been talking a lot about that. If you read or watch the whole video, and I go into all the technical aspects of it, and I tell you all the problems about it, and you try it out, and you see for yourself, like, all right, everything is verified. It's probably shit, but you still use it and promote it as, yeah, we're really talking to spirits here. Then that's on you. And I think that just shows a bad investigator. I think that shows just a bad researcher and a unethical person, because they are using it despite the knowledge that it doesn't work. And they're promoting it as if it works. So why do people do that? You know, like I recently complained about Zach and using the DR60 and in one of those shows. Now, there's been talk about the lady that broke down in tears was an actor. I don't know if that's true. All I have to go on is what I saw in the episode. I didn't dig deeper.
Even if it was an actor, shouldn't the actor be portraying the person in the house?
Well, yeah. Well, I think what people are saying is that the show was staged. So it wasn't really the homeowner. It was just an actor playing a homeowner, and it was just staged for a show.
Right. But I mean, it still should represent the homeowner's reaction.
Right. Except that they weren't playing the part of a homeowner that's a real homeowner. They were playing just a part in a movie. It was just but I don't know if any of that's true.
Right. And that's what they're just saying.
Unfortunately, yeah, I have to go on the assumption that it was a real homeowner and there were real problems, and there's other problems that I heard about later. But regardless, the information is out there. And again, it comes back to us as individuals. If we want to know how something works, we need to seek out the information. And using a piece of equipment, you should know everything there is to know about that piece of equipment. You should really research everything and keep up to date. If there's something new that comes out and says, hey, we tested it and discovered this, they should be aware of it. I think a good investigator keeps up on that. I keep up on as much as I can, like different equipment. If there's anything new that comes out about an older piece of equipment, which really doesn't happen because the paranormal community is like a a circle. It's like a drain. It's like a roof drain of a circular house, and it just keeps going around, and there's no downspout. Nothing ever changes. So, but this is a good question. I mean, Dawson. I've talked to Dawson a bunch of times, and when I talk to him, one of the things, I know. I can't. I didn't verify. I didn't look into it enough. I didn't care to, because as you were alluding to, like, it doesn't matter. They're putting out that scenario, and in that specific scenario, where Zach knew the homeowner had high anxiety and stressed out about what might be going on in the house, and then to
over exaggerate
and exploit that,
right?
For, hey, make sure the camera gets this,
right?
You know, like, oh, good, tears are good. Tears from a homeowner are really good. Everyone's going to watch that. I think that makes him a complete
that's
something.
Yeah, you know what he's saying.
Yeah. So
fill in the word.
Fill in your own description. But I think it makes him scum. I think it makes him a horrible, unethical, and exploitative person.
Yeah, and the problem with the show is, I mean, he gets the views, but the people that are watching it don't realize what that homeowner is going to go through afterwards. Nobody thinks about that.
Right.
And that's the problem. You know, all his followers are just, you know, like, oh my God, you know, they feel bad for the homeowner, but that's it. The show's over.
Right.
You know,
and it moves on to the next one.
Yeah, that poor lady is either going to be in therapy or going to be moving, if she even can move, you know, like.
Right. And who knows what else is, I mean, something like that. So if you didn't see that, basically there was a clip of Zach in a house, and the homeowner was complaining about things going on, and they were worried about it. So they used a DR60, and they had her like holding a rosary, and Zach was playing the part of an exorcist, which was, and during one of the times that Zach said, you know, I in the name of Jesus Christ or something like that. So they play back the DR60, and when he says it, of course there's a growl, because that's what the fucking thing does. And he went back and played it for her, and she hears the growl noise.
Well, and he even wonders, like, oh, you're going to have to, you know, prepare
you need
yourself
to hear
for this.
You know, like, if that's when we talk about mental health issues, that's what we're talking about right there. The unprofessional, unethical treatment of someone that lives in a house, and he only makes that worse. That's it. So I can't stand it. I used to say that I would be happy to go on to an investigation with him, that I would go along just to see what it was. But now I changed my mind. After seeing that, I want nothing to do with him. So I would never want to meet him in person, because I wouldn't know what I would. Well, I know what I would say to him, but I just have no desire anymore to be associated with him. But I still will review some of the shit that he does, because I love making him look stupid.
Well, even not look stupid, just, you know, bring his audience, if they actually see this video that you're doing, but like, let them see the other side of what's going on after his show.
Right.
You know, because they don't see that. And that's why he has millions of dollars and we don't.
All right.
You know?
Yeah. No, you're good. You don't have to work very hard to make Zach Baggage look stupid. I agree. Oh my God. Wisdom. What's up, buddy? Do you think that Zach actually believes in the DR60? I don't know. I think what he believes, and this is, I want to make it clear, this is speculation, because I do not watch his show all the time. I've probably seen 5 whole episodes out of 27 seasons. God. I think he believes that it adds drama, and when he needs a boost because nothing's going on, I think that works for him. That's as far as I can go. Some owners see him as a specialist and out so much trust in his word, as if Zach is actually an authority.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the way
yeah.
he's made
And
himself on TV.
Yeah. And that's what it is.
That's his
he's
persona. Even though he doesn't really know what he's doing, he acts the part.
When you go, if you ever go to conferences, like paranormal conferences, who has the biggest lines? Who has any lines? It's the paracelebs, because they were on TV. People have seen them on TV, and people line up to get their autographs. And they're terrible. The majority of them, the vast majority, are just terrible investigators. And they don't help anyone. They promote bullshit. And when you try to talk to them about more critical thinking and the possible explanations for things, they don't want to hear it. Oh, wait. He gets the special one.
Oh, it's just gonna stay up there, Bob.
It's gonna stay there now. That's it. It's not.
Am I gonna have to figure out where that button is so I hit them both at the same time? All right, should we go on to something else?
Yeah,
Let me see.
Do another comment or question.
Let's see what else we got out here that maybe could change the subject a little bit.
Complaint. It's too damn hot.
Come down to Buffalo, sweetie.
Yeah, come up.
Oh my gosh,
come up to Buffalo. It's nice up here.
Beautiful.
It's hoodie weather outside.
No, Cat is in. Where isn't Cat in Canada?
Oh, Cat Mac. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's too damn hot. Yeah, you're in Canada. Isn't it always cold?
No, they've been really hot up there.
Really?
I mean, we were down here the past, I would say the past since Monday. Oh my God, it's so comfortable down here. It feels like fall. I love it.
Come visit.
This is our kind of weather.
Come hang out. We'll hang out. Come down here for a few days. Make sure Friday is one of them, and you can be on the show.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
In the studio.
We'll have a Tierra party.
Damn it, Bob says, I have a few. One, where's this Wheel of Destiny tonight? You haven't done a remote viewing challenge in a while. Oh, you still haven't done everything you can to get near death. What? Oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
We did.
I did.
Neil said no. Neil said this, Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
Maybe you missed that episode, sweetie. You have been missing a few.
Yeah, sweetie.
Over the summer. No, he had stuff going on with his kids. Yeah. So I know he missed a lot. So maybe he missed that.
Allow me to correct you, good sir. And that is that I did reach out to Neil and I talked to him, and he said that he really kind of shies away from skeptical themed podcast. He'd rather stay on just pure science. And because although he supports us and he's been to our conferences like twice now, well, actually more than that.
Yeah, he's been there.
He wants to stay kind of just on the science side of things, not the full skeptical side. So he said no. Plus, I probably can't afford him.
He politely said no.
I think that was his polite way of saying, I charge for guest appearances and you can't afford me, which I can't because I've seen how much he charges. So, all right. And then the other one, the Wheel of Destiny? Oh, that's over there. I might bring it out after the break. Who knows? Depends. Depends on you, Bob. You keep giving me snarky remarks.
Well, that or the remote viewing. I mean, we could.
Oh yeah, we could do a remote viewing thing.
Do you have your box here?
It's yeah, it's in the display case. I just got to get it out.
Oh,
and there. All right.
but he's true. But it's true. We haven't.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all the questions he's got. That's good. DB. All right. When? I bet Carl Sagan would say yes and not charge him. Oh my gosh. I would be starstruck if Carl Sagan was alive and could come on the show. And you're right. I think he would come on. He was one of our founders of CFI. And I think if he's still alive, he would be visiting. And I would have met him and I would have sat him down and said, we're doing a show. And there is no. We're just doing it. You're here and we're doing this. So.
Oh, no.
because Sagan would charge billions. That's good. I like that. I get it. Neil is a little bit bigger. He's too big. I don't know if I can take him. I mean, his hand
Oh my God,
was
it's
like
huge.
like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah. He could
Just
he's a
cover.
face hugger.
Yes.
Like it would be a face hugger over my my face. It's time for a Carl Sagan seance. Maybe Harry Houdini would stop in. Oh,
Wouldn't that be great?
well, that'll be coming up in October. October 31st, we're gonna do a Houdini
We're
seance.
definitely doing it?
We're doing it no matter what. I just
Okay.
have to wait. I'm waiting to hear back from Dorothy Dietrich. And but we're doing it no matter what. So we'll have some Houdini books. You see like a couple there. I'll get the Houdini Monopoly out. I'll see if I can get a hold of somebody that maybe has some like a Houdini artifact.
Maybe Susan.
Hmm.
Susan might have something cool.
Yeah, that we can have out. And
I mean, you have enough. We just have to move it. Like it's all your stuff's up there on
Right.
the wall. We just have to adjust like all those. Like,
oh well, I have the posters. Yeah, I have 2 posters.
and you have the Rose Mackenberg.
Rose
poster.
Mackenberg thing here.
You have plenty of stuff. We just have to rearrange. That's all.
Yeah, maybe we'll throw in Rose. We'll see if we can get Rose.
Oh, that'd be
like
great. Well,
Rose.
here,
Where
okay,
the
here,
fuck are you buried?
Next question.
Kenny, which is the bigger dream guess? Houdini, Rose Mackenberg, or Carl Sagan?
Go ahead. Think about it.
My knee-jerk reaction is Houdini. But
Rose.
Carl Sagan will be third in this because
Yeah.
Rose Mackenberg, I would
so
like that's the big mystery for me. Like where is she buried? So I don't know. If I only had one chance at this,
I really thought you'd probably go with Rose.
you know what? I
because
think I'm
she
leaning
knows
towards that.
a lot about Houdini.
I mean, he taught her a lot of his
Everything.
tricks so that she
knew it all.
she could
Kenny.
figure it out. So
she knew behind the scenes of everything.
yeah,
So I think
you know, like
should
I
consider picking her.
Houdini, if he was sitting here, or floating, I would ask him all kinds of questions, like like what kind of tricks you do, how many psychics, I don't know. I would have to prepare for that interview. But Rose, like if she was floating around here, I'd be like, where are you buried?
Right. I mean, I knew you would
Yeah.
ask that, but I mean, if we could like sit and ask her a whole shit ton of questions, or like if you could have a conversation, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I think
she's
Rose.
saying bigger dream guest.
Bigger dream guest. Yeah.
I think that Rose would open up.
Yeah, I think Rose would be my first choice because I just want to solve that mystery. And that would be like all right. This is a years long investigation.
It's been over a
will
year.
Be over.
It's been
Years,
over a year.
years, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I said
years. I
years.
thought you
Years
said year
long.
long.
It's my Philly accent coming
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Years.
Years.
out.
The years long.
I'm getting
What?
stuffy again. I don't know why.
I'm telling you, I
feeling
think you are allergic to me. I think he's allergic to me, guys.
maybe because I don't know. Maybe you got like the dog hair on you.
I don't know.
If she's like
Yeah, I mean,
cuddling with you and laying on you, you might have some pet dander, and that's what's keeping it going.
open your window. You do have that little fan
I have
on,
the
but
fan
it's
going.
blowing this way. So why would I be
I don't know.
bothering you? You should open the window a little.
Puerto Rican is a new member. I see that. You see that down there? The green. I'm not touching the button. I'm not touching
I'm
the button.
so sorry. Here you go.
There
I
you
was looking
go.
at the questions,
I saw it.
and
Don't
it
worry.
doesn't come up at the same time. I'm on a different screen.
Really?
Yeah. When I
Oh.
hit the starred, you don't see the
okay.
live.
Yeah, you're on the stars. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's like dust. It gets everywhere. I know. Like I'm feeling like I'm all stuffy. Have you noticed the beard's coming back? Oh, you people that complained.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
coming
see
back.
how long that
Getting
lasts.
cooler out. I gotta trim it so I can eat. Excuse me. Giselle L. Have you ever seen a paranormal study done in accordance with the usual scientific standards? Variables outlined, published, statistical significance tested. So I have. And not to brag, but I was part of one. I saw one myself, Tim Vickers, and Dave Schumacher. And Dave was the lead on the paper, but we published a paper, a peer-reviewed paper on EMF and EMF fields in haunted, allegedly haunted versus non-haunted, which was, it followed all these. So it would be that would be one choice, but several things I've seen that Dave was part of and that he's offered have followed such protocols. So it is out there. There are papers like that out there. There's not many, to be honest. There's just not many of them because it does take a lot of time and money investment into it. And that's why I keep referring. That's why I always have a problem when people call this a field, when it's the paranormal community is, I don't see it as a field of study. I see it as a hobby of amateurs. And I'm not saying that as an insult. It's just, that's how I see it. It's a hobby that people do on the weekends or some weeknights, and they do it as a hobby where they don't do all the work that they need to be done. Whereas people like Dave Schumacher, when he sets up an investigation like this, not necessarily an investigation, but an actual study, when he's testing the EMF amounts from haunted versus non-haunted to see if there's any differences. Hey, Pinky, $5 New Zealand. Thank you. I really enjoyed Friday night live streams with you and Doc. Thank you so much.
Thank
we enjoy them with you. But yeah, that's, Dave really goes above and beyond. I love the work that he does. I love that he gets into all the stats and he gives you all the numbers and he crunches the numbers and gives you all of that. So it's really important. And yes, I do see some of it. I'm just wondering if there are any hope for accreditation for, say, college studies. No, that will, I mean, even so right now, as far as I know, there are no parapsychology classes in the United States that are accredited. I mean, you can take things. I know some people have shady classes, which are more diploma mills. No, I'll rephrase that. It's not more diploma mill type. It is diploma mill type. It's basically like me saying, hey, if you come to a couple classes, I'll give you a diploma. And that's it. So there's nothing here. I know University of Edinburgh over across the pond still has a parapsychology, I think it's undergrad class, that you can do and actually get a degree in it. But for accreditation of a course, there's no standards. And to be perfectly honest, there's no money in it. There's no return on investment, to be honest. I mean, there's no information that's validated. There's way too much to put into it in order to validate what, because even simple experiments usually invalidate the ideas. I like Kenny without the face fuzz. Fight me. I don't care. Thank you, Cat Mac.
Look who showed up.
Fucking Jason Halls. What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
I love that picture, Jason. It looks like you're like ready to like wrestle, like go into
he's
like
ready to fight.
Yeah, he's ready.
He's ready to fight.
He's ready. I like
Good
that
to see
picture.
you, man.
But that's not you.
Yeah. He's not a big teddy bear. He's a nice guy. We get along pretty good. Yeah. So, did I answer the question?
Yes.
Okay. I lost track.
Here's something not going on.
I am not getting my membership notifications.
That's not good.
I don't know what's going on. Like, I put it out there. Do you guys you press the button that says notify me?
Yeah, like maybe it has to.
I don't know, because I don't get notified of
people not getting notified.
Anyone going live. So even though I click like notifications for all, I still don't get notified for them. So I apologize that you didn't get membership notifications. I mean, I'm doing, yeah, I know. I try to do them too. I try to actually schedule them ahead of time, because I know when I do the surprise ones, people don't get them. Even if the notifications go out, they usually don't get them until like 5-10 minutes late. And depending on how involved I am, I might not stay on that long. So,
hey, Jason, miss you, buddy. I know I haven't seen you in a while. I think the last conference when we were out at Penhurst, I never got to see him. I was actually watching you when you were on stage, but I never got to say hi. But I'm sorry about that. It was just crazy. And I know your crazy schedule.
Crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely.
Okay, I think it might be time for our break. Kenny's losing it. We might have to go 10 minutes early.
No.
Because
No, we're
I'm
fine.
sorry that you guys are listening to Kenny.
Crazy for feeling so blue.
Here,
Over
question.
you.
Kenny.
What? Oh, sorry.
Oh my God, what are you
Sorry.
doing? It's your show.
I know. I was actually doing something just to see if I could encourage something to happen. Suggestion: you should get Ken Ham on your show. Oh, although it would be interesting, I am not qualified to debate him. I know, like, when the big Ken Ham and Bill Nye debate went on, I know that Bill Nye was preparing for weeks, and he had a team of people helping him. So to debate him I wouldn't be well versed in the biblical verses and stuff that he would probably cite, plus the interpretations and stuff. I think you would see my Philly come out and be like, "No, bitch, you making a claim, prove it. You can't prove it. Where'd all the money go? Does the ark float? You built this big boat on land and it don't float. Where are all the animals staying? Why don't the lions eat the llamas? Like, what's going on? You can't have all the what?
You can't have animals eating animals.
That's what they do.
Yeah, I know, but not on the ark.
Why? Lions are not vegetarians.
Did I put this one up?
I don't know. Puerto Rican became. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an old one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I pointed it out. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, maybe it is the fan.
I think so. Turn it off.
Turn it off.
Or open that window a little bit.
All right. Let's see. What else we got? Kenny, you would be my first choice for a podcast guest, tied with. Why Grant Wilson? Why?
I know.
Why?
I have that question too.
Why? Like, I appreciate it. I appreciate that I would be your first choice, but tied with Grant.
His name hasn't even come up in a while.
I mean, when I think of Grant, I think of
now?
Peter Faker. But that's just me. Why? Tell me why.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
Kenny,
I'm singing.
What?
I'm in a singing mood. What is Grant's? Well, I love that. I'll do you one better. Why is Grant Wilson?
So wait, do people not really know who he is? I mean, they might not, because honestly, what has he done recently?
Nothing.
You know?
Nothing.
Like, are they being funny, or do they not know?
I don't know.
I
think they're being funny.
Okay.
I hope. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But I really don't care to talk about him.
Okay, well, let's not then.
All right. I mean, I'll try Zach all day. Wisdom. How many psychics does it take to change a burnt out light bulb? None. A real psychic would change it before it burned. Oh, wait. Do I have hold on a second.
You should have something that you have the drums. There you go.
I do have sound effects here.
Oh, hell no.
Why are they loop? I don't want them to loop.
They're saying Seg sings better.
Well, yeah. I mean, it appears that he sings better because he's behind a mask. So, and I'm not intoxicated enough. So, there's that. All right, anybody wants to sing? Maybe he needs a new song.
Oh.
We do have a new song,
and that would be coming up on the. Are we doing first break? Right.
Do you want to do it?
How long is it?
Let me see. It is
Because people are used to like
3 minutes and 48 seconds.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
So
You
our
guys-
regular break is 4 minutes and 9 seconds.
All right, so guys, think about if you really need to take a break, and if you need the full 4 minutes, you might want to start moving a little faster.
Well, I didn't add stuff to this too.
What do you
so I don't
mean?
know.
It's
I
not
was,
done?
I was going to add a countdown for like the last 5 seconds,
So you're not
but I didn't do it.
finished.
So, all right. So we're going to debut
All right.
a new song for someone, because this someone is a unsung hero of my work and the show sometimes. And to show our appreciation for this person, we have I reached out to somebody who wrote a song and got it together with the whole AI kind of thing. And so we're going to play it now. So we will see you. We're going to go to break right now. We'll see you back here in 3 minutes and 48 seconds.
Well, we are early.
Bro, do you want? I just had this whole build up. You literally just yanked on the rope and pulled the soapbox out from under me.
Well, because I was saying for people to
Here-
get ready, because you were in the middle of
I
you
was
singing.
we
You started singing 2 songs already, so I thought maybe you
I was
needed
like,
a break.
No. Now my ass is on the ground going, what happened? What happened? Why did Donna do that to me?
Play both, Cat Mac says. We can do that. All right, so
Should
we'll
we
go
play our
early.
regular
Go
song?
ahead. Play the new song now.
Okay.
And then people can take the break because they can listen to the full song and then go on break. Okay?
And then we'll come back for like 5 seconds and say we're going on real break.
Yeah, or you can just hit the button right after. Like,
Okay.
right?
We'll see. We'll see.
All right.
I think
Let's
this is enough.
do
All right.
let's do the new one.
All right. We're doing another one. We will see you.
In
Making
3
sure you're not gonna
minutes
inter-
and whatever.
We'll see you in 3 minutes and 48 seconds from now.
Through the years, through the stacks, librarian Tim Binga has our backs. Lost in research, deep in the lore, Tim has the answers and so much more. An unsung hero of CFI answers the call. Obscure reference man knows it all. If you venture to the basement of CFI, you'll find an unassuming fellow, a librarian who's a brilliant guy. Tim Binga, a psychic or maybe a sage. His vast knowledge leaves us aghast. He knows each title, every dusty page. You'll spot him lurking in the chat. If there's doubt or something's unclear, need a fact, he's quick like that. Tim's got the reference, have no
All right. I hope you guys like that. That was special for Tim Binga because he's such a great guy and he really helps me out with everything. So we wanted to do a really cool song. So right now we're gonna do the regular break song, and when we come back, we have a special guest coming on. So I'm gonna leave you with that. We'll be back in 4 minutes. So we're gonna have some fun conversations. So now you can go pee because I know everyone's watching the regular pee break. So
yeah, go take your breaks.
Go take the break now. We'll be back here in 4 minutes with a special guest.
And now for something completely different.
Welcome, my fellow skeptics. Welcome, one and all. I am the chief investigator. Oh, come along, old chap. We will have a ball. Now, if you will excuse me, it's time to open the mic. Good night. Good night. Can you get over the name? Investigating's my game, and I will have at it. Quid pro quo. As the head of this committee, hunting for ghosts can be shitty, but there is nothing better that I know. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? Let's open the bar and have some questions, alright. Maybe you might find an answer or two. I will find the truth this night and day. And if my name is not Kenny Biddle, then I assure you here I will not stay. Good day. Kenny Biddle's the name, ghost hunting's the game. I won't let anything get in my way. Too many fakers out there, too many chefs, too many clone tappers, none of it makes any sense. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? Let's open the bar and ask some questions, alright. Maybe you might find an answer or two. Who knows? There may be ghosts in the machine, but trust me, I am not so keen. I prefer to see these things clearly, not in 144p. I am a skeptic through and through. I question everything, don't you? If you don't think I am right, let's open night night. Yeah, yeah.
right, so we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed the break and the new song for Tim. And we have a question or a statement here. We need a Hawes and Biddle live full show. Oh, really? I might be able to make that happen. Oh shit!
What's going on?
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Pretty good. Oh, let me change the. Let me get Damn It Bob off of here.
Oh yeah, put the guest on.
Oh,
Special
yeah.
guest one.
There you go. I got my special guest thing.
It's going. It's been a crazy summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of family stuff to deal with. It's just been stressful.
Yeah, I've been talking with Kenny. I know. I mean, that stuff will drive you crazy.
Yeah. Unreal.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I just literally got home about 5 hours ago from trip. Spent some time out doing some investigations, checking out some places.
Oh.
Making sure that I'm not scared of orbs.
So tonight is a complaint department episode. So I let people vent their frustrations or complain about things and stuff. And I mean,
hello, everybody.
We don't have to say names or anything like that. But
yeah, everybody's saying hello. I'll just shoot them up.
Kind of touched on it a little bit earlier because I had mentioned that I made a short video expressing my frustration at call a bug. At some things, going to a paranormal event that presented evidence, and the evidence was just so bad, and it just upset me because people say that they're credible, and especially when I see presenters say, like, boast that they are so credible and they're credible than other teams, and then when they present stuff, it's like, this is shit, man. Like, you didn't even bother to do your homework. And in one particular instance, I don't know if you want to get into it, but
I don't mind. And first off, I mean, you've seen me talk and get on stage, and I've never tried to boost myself. I've never claimed I'm better than anybody, or claimed you and I got in an argument because I've said people call me professional. I'm like, there are no professionals in this field. You're like, well, and you argued that point, and you made valid points. There's people who've done it a lot longer, who have more knowledge on the matters than others. But it's just I've never tried to push myself as like the leading authority or anything. It's never been my style. But yeah, there was just a situation recently, and you went to a lecture in Monroe County, which is actually where my mom and dad grew up. And some things were said, and I guess the individual didn't know that you had a direct line of contact to me. I mean, you and I have known each other for 20 years. And so
well,
you
even
asked,
worse that it was in a place that your parents grew up in or knew people in too, almost.
You're right. It was just,
if you think about that,
like my I guess
I'm sorry
the moral of the story was, at least the first part was, don't say shit because you don't know who's in your audience.
Yeah.
And
you shouldn't say shit just because, well, you need to have your information straight. And this individual, and it's nothing personal. I mean, I made a video and tried to be as respectful as I could, but this individual claimed that there was this professor at RIT that wrote this article back in 2004, and went on, and Ghost Hunters was going to air an episode on a Wednesday, and this professor released this article, Professor Andrew Davidhazy. Put this article out on a Friday, and we pulled the episode, and none of that stuff was right. I mean, we reached out to the professor as well. He never really wrote an article, and he had retired back in like 2006 or whatever.
He allegedly put the article out in 2014.
Yeah.
But he retired in like 2006 or 2007. So
he's right around there. So, and it was claimed that they've been in contact with him. He's still working. They hadn't found time to meet up with him in 2 years. Well, you couldn't. Well, he's not working. He's not actually there. So that's the first incorrect information. He didn't write the article. That's a second incorrect statement. And then the third is that we pulled any video or any episode, especially seeing we wrote articles back in that you can go back through the Wayback Machine and look at 2004, where we were debunking 90% of the orbs out there. And if you remember, Kenny, even before the show, people hated me for a while there, even before the show, because I shot down orbs left and right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was the time when saying orbs were nothing or
Everybody
dust.
was
Everybody's like,
you had
what?
you had people set
What are you
up at
talking
conferences
about?
with color charts that they stole from mood rings because they thought like,
They're
oh, if
different
it's a
color
red orb,
orbs
it's
were different.
angry.
Yeah,
If
they
Oh
it's
yeah,
were.
people like Dave when he was still alive, IGHS or whatever. So,
my God,
selling
Wow.
memberships to his website so you could see pictures of moisture and bugs and stuff that
Yeah.
were being claimed as orbs. And so it was just, so I made the video and I tried to keep it respectful. Bottom line, just
I think you did.
making the statement out there. And I know that they responded saying they wish I had reached out, but in return, I wish they had reached out,
Right.
years prior when they started making these claims. So
Right.
I don't,
You know
I don't
what
know. I
that-
just like to put the correct information out there,
Right.
or at least have all my ducks in a row before I go and say something. I don't want to say something about somebody and find out that it's not accurate.
Right.
Right.
And that kind of annoyed me because I did follow along. I was telling my wife about it, and I think as I was telling her, I looked up the Facebook page of the group and I was like, oh yeah, look, they made a post about it. And I started reading the comments and I came across that where the gentleman says, I wish he would have come to us first. And that angered me because it's like, no, that's not the way it works.
You should have reached out.
Right.
You've had over a decade. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you could have sent me an
Verify.
email.
Or at
Verify
least
the
have
information.
the information correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
verify
think
it first.
that's the biggest thing because things are pushed as fact when they're and I think it also bothers me. First off, I don't know how many lectures were done where this was said prior to that lecture, and you said there were like 20 people there. So how many? I mean, if they were doing 5 or 10 of those a year, I mean, now we're talking 100, 200 people a year that are being told this for over the course of how many years,
Exactly.
and that spreads, and
Right,
it's misinformation, and these people are paying to be there in the first place, but so they're paying for incorrect information.
Right.
Right. And it does bother me. I mean, it works so hard to make sure we put out the most accurate information possible.
Yeah.
And checks and balances and all this stuff. And to have someone be able to go up and charge $20 a person and talk about this, say this information with confidence, it makes me question everything else he said that night.
Right.
Aside from the stuff that I knew was wrong to begin with.
Well, you realize quickly that a lot of people aren't doing their due diligence. So, and how far does that extend?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's what it comes down to. It's like, all right, well, if you didn't do your due diligence on this, what else are we?
What else?
Right.
What else are we putting out there that we haven't really dug deeper to check
Right.
into?
And it's all about checking. And
Yeah.
it was funny. I mean, I wish somebody was there because there were two ladies behind me that were watching what I was doing. I had a legal pad. I was taking notes on everything. I was recording at the time and taking pictures and picking my phone up and recording video when evidence was presented so I could review it later. And I hear him say ghost hunters. And I look up, I'm really paying attention. And he goes through this whole thing about the episode being taken down and everything. And I'm like, we're going to fact check this in real time. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting. I'm like, hey, please change the subject and hit stop on the recorder because I was recording on my phone. Picked it right up and I text you. I'm like, hey, I just heard this. What do you think? And you're like, no. Ask him what episode.
I said, right. Yeah. I'm like, that's bullshit. I mean, give me an episode number and tell me what episode, because I can show you I can show you from when I started Ghost Hunters in 2004, my entire production calendar, where I was filming at any given time. I still have all that information. And so I can go back, I can pull up all my records, and it's just, and I showed you every place we filmed in New York City and state through that entire season. And that was 2 seasons back to back right there. But so I mean, none of it added up. And also, why would you,
I want to say that behind the scenes, like you showed me everything. You told you went down the list. So it wasn't just like, take my word for it. You
no, because I've never been like that.
Show
You
your
and I have always known each other. We've trusted each other, but we've never been just take my word for it. We've always, even when we've sat here, when you've been here at the lake house hanging out and stuff, our discussion has always been with the information that we have, and we can present this and so forth. And that's the way you and I have always dealt with each other and communicated with each other, because that's just how we are. We're fact based. We like to have the information at hand.
Right. Well, that's good. I mean, it was interesting. It was an experience. I mean, I told you, like, he reached out to me, and I did reply to him because he asked about my observations of that night, and I went through a whole list. I had pretty much everything listed that he presented as evidence, and I went down the entire list and gave him information. I wasn't a dick about it. I just said, you know, this.
No, you were Kenny. You were Kenny, which makes you a dick.
Sometimes I tell him that, Jason. Sometimes I gotta be
know,
like,
Donna.
"Whoa."
Trust me, I know. No,
Pull it back, baby. Pull it
Hey,
back.
fuck all of you. But yeah, I'm waiting to hear back, because I told him I would be happy to come out and go over some of the testing, you know, like actually perform tests with him to show them, like, demonstrate why I'm saying what I'm saying.
well,
So,
I think the only thing that drove me crazy was, I mean, so when you asked him about what episode, he was going to get back to you on that. So we never got that episode listed. And the only other thing was, and nothing personal, but then it became a story that was told by an ex-investigator that we never got a name for, instead of, you know, this person supposedly reached out, they talked, they found all that information. So the story kind of shifted to blame somebody that we couldn't validate, because that person, we didn't have any of that person's information.
And I brought that up to you.
Yeah.
I said, you know, like that I don't like that, because the beginning of the post that this gentleman made was, we did this, it was wrong, we're going to own this. If you own it, you own it.
Right.
But if you own it and then immediately
Blame somebody else.
somebody else did this,
Yeah, I'm like,
you're not
hello?
owning it.
Yeah.
No, the last paragraph kind of took away from the whole rest of the what was written, and nothing personal. I mean, I don't hold any ill intent or anger towards an individual. It's just, bottom line, they need to get the information correct when they're saying it, especially when they're calling into question somebody's, you know, a team or an individual, because they're calling into question that person's credibility in the first place.
Right. You know, and just, for me, it just takes away any kind of, like, I don't want to say credibility, because I went in neutral. I didn't know what to expect. I went in, I saw what they presented. I didn't like it. I told them as much, that I was disappointed with the entire presentation.
Yeah.
You know, it was obvious to me that you didn't do the research that you needed to do. So adding on to that, this incident, this little spat, there's no trust whatsoever. I will not, I have no, with me, that's just, I'm done with them, you know, like.
Well, yeah. And I don't know. It's tough, because it's also, like, if you ever tried to have a conversation with that individual or other individuals, would they be willing to come on and discuss? Like, you and I, we've been on stage together. We sat there. We've been on video together. We might not agree. I respect your beliefs. You respect mine, whatever. But even knowing that there are some people that I know are in your chat that very much dislike me, and I could give a shit less, because my life goes on. But the fact of the matter is, I'm still here, and, you know, I'm still willing to come on, because it's not a reflection of them. It's you and I, who've known each other forever, as well as Donna and everything. And we, you know, so it's more, I can come on with you and talk with you, and we can do it in a respectful manner and still have different belief systems. But, you know, it's, I don't know, man. It drives me crazy.
I think you clarified it a little bit better. Like, because we do have a relationship.
Say it slowly.
Relationship.
Like, we do talk. We know each other. But I think in this situation, this was a first time meeting this person, and not only was information incorrect, but it was grossly incorrect.
Yeah.
And it was being presented in a public forum, which bothers me just by itself. You know, like, when it's obvious you didn't do the work, but you're influencing the public that's when I have a problem with
And
it.
in a place where his parents used to live. Like, that makes it worse.
Yeah, I mean, my
It
mom and
was-
dad grew up in Monroe County,
I mean,
so it's like, yeah.
So I'm sure your name is out there, you know, like
Well,
it's there.
seeing my whole family is all through Rochester and all of
so
New York. That's
for-
where I'm originally from. But
For me, that totally makes it worse.
yeah,
Because now
Yeah.
those people know, oh, Jason Hodge, yeah, his parents. Remember, I grew up with him or his
Yeah.
family, blah blah.
I just, yeah. It
You
just-
know,
it
and
just
now it's
annoys
like
me.
all, you know, it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there was a lot. There's a lot of aspects. I won't say it's not just one. There was a combination of aspects that annoyed me, and I just don't.
Well, of course. I mean, you went there already as Kenny, so you went there, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but you went there you went there not taking everything as, you know, this is going to be fact. I want to dig deeper into it, and that's the way you've always been, man. As long as I've known you, you know, so yeah, it's just, I don't know. But the minute something sets that tone, you just the rest you got to throw out.
Right.
It's like if somebody goes and purposely fakes something, how can you trust anything else they've done if they purposely fake something?
Yeah.
I mean, if they did it once, chances are they'll do it again. So
Exactly.
Right. You know, and it's like, if I'm going to take anything from that person, I'm going to have to double and triple check every single thing that you do.
Yeah.
Before I even consider.
And
you met through a bullshit story.
The whole,
I
the
need to
whole
be
process.
there. I need to inspect every
Kenny
step of
needs to
this
be there,
process
everything.
because you lied.
Right.
And that's it. You are a liar. And so
Fool me once,
now I
shame
have
on
to
you, right.
to check everything. And
because I mean, your first connection was through bullshit stories. So
right.
I mean, yeah, from there it's like, yeah, what?
And I think it was just misfortune on his part that, I knew you, you know, and I could call you right away and say, is this true? And find out before I left that it was not.
Yeah.
And
I think there's a bigger problem here. I think there's a bigger problem that comes down to, you know, I feel like 10, 15, 20 years ago, everybody questioned everything, no matter what was said. No matter what it was, they questioned it. And now we're in this situation where if somebody posts something or somebody says something, it's automatically taken as truth or 100% fact without looking into it. I mean, look at half the stuff people are paying money to go see in a certain museum, which you know, have all these stories written about it. But if you want to dive deeper into those objects, you realize that it's all based off of misinformation.
And to question someone, it's taken personally. You know, like it's part of the academic process to question, to challenge and say, I don't know about this. I'm going to replicate your procedure and see if it works. And I feel in this community, that is taken for the most part as an attack, in quotes.
And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, because I've blatantly called you with, you know, because I don't trust this information, or I've heard things about this piece of equipment or whatever. I mean, we're here to work together. We're not.
Right.
I mean, and if you can't talk with somebody because they have a different belief system or that they're looking to, you know, scientifically disprove something, then I think you're just in the wrong field in the first place, because we're all trying to figure out what this is, whether it's paranormal or not. I mean, it takes everybody. Yeah,
we really should work together in trying to figure out what's going on. Hey, Puerto Rican, thank you for the $5.
Oh, gee, me and a Sherry road trip. Could you imagine that? That would be that would pretty much be an entire episode of me driving a car, her sleeping, her texting, her playing music that I don't want to hear in the first place. So, you know,
waking her up every so often and going, "What are you talking about? We were just talking about Wisconsin." Yep. I played that on her. Or tap the brake really quick when she's half asleep, so she thinks you're about to smash into something. Yeah. So.
I cannot sleep. I usually don't sleep in the car. I don't know what it is. I'm not. Every once in a while, if I'm exhausted, Kenny. If I'm exhausted, I might take a nap. But I'm like, for the most part, like I'm like the passenger that keeps you awake while you're driving. I think that's my job, you know, like.
Right. Yeah.
So,
So I
Donna, that obscure reference man, can you highlight his comment?
oh yeah. Mhm.
All right, because he makes a good point. Not everyone's looking for the truth. Some are in it just for the money, ego, fame, etc. But and you know what? You gotta think like that because I've seen so many people. We turned down doing television, and Ken, you know this. 5 different times because I didn't want to be on TV, and I literally took a pay cut when I started doing the show for the first so many seasons because I'm a plumber in New England. I can make a killing, but
Right.
and I lost. I was losing on an average of $1,000 to $1,500 a week doing
Wow.
the show because it
Wow.
wasn't. And I had only agreed to do one season of the show because I'm like, nobody's really going to want to see this. But there's people out there that I don't know. They'll sell their soul for 15,
Right.
15 minutes of fame, and then you see them in every convention that goes on from here on out, and it's like it's
Yeah.
crazy. There's
We've seen people, and I won't name names, Joel Austin, that do one season of a show that's terrible, and then they think they got it made, and they do nothing but the conference circuit, and you hear them talking like, I'm going to go all these conferences. This is my life now. And is it like,
You know what, man? You've known me how long, and I very rarely will do conventions or conferences because the fact of the matter is they were always on the weekend, and my kids always had wrestling and football or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
and it was never about that. Now every so often I'll do it, like New Jersey. I have a great time in New Jersey because
Yeah.
you get to see if there's 5,000 people who show up, and also the money goes to a good cause, as well as a lot of the other ones I'll do, but. I have fun getting out there and meeting people, but I try to keep the conventions to a minimum. And some of them are tough. It's like I love Pennhurst, but man, Pennhurst is busy. I don't get a chance to talk to anybody. Just
Right.
so sometimes, you and I have been at conventions where there's like nobody there, and I'm loving it because hey, I get a chance to talk to anybody and everybody who comes up to the table. I
Right.
agreed to do an event in Wisconsin, knowing there was going to be very few people there. And it was great because I got a chance to sit there and talk to every single person. It wasn't
Right.
just signing autographs,
And
slide a
moving on.
picture, shake a hand, and
Exactly.
do a
Yeah.
picture. Yeah.
Right.
And
It gets more
that's what it's
personable. Yeah.
exactly. And that's what it's about. It's about connecting with people with similar interests who are looking
Mhm.
to figure out what's going on in the field and stuff. And that's what it's always been about.
Man.
Has fame been great? Yeah, but it's also been bad. I mean, man,
Right.
I had to sell my house and move to in the middle of nowhere because of a severe stalker issue
Yeah.
where the FBI and Secret Service had to get involved on.
Wow.
And so there's the
That's
positives
ridiculous.
and
Yeah.
there's the negatives of it. And I've always been a family guy, man. It's my kids raising the family and
Mhm.
what I do is what I do. But
Yeah, and that's one thing I can say about you is that you always put your family first, and that's you don't see that much. You see so many people are just, as you said, they're in it for the fame, and they will do almost anything up to selling their soul to get that 15 minutes.
I made a promise when I agreed to do the show. It was pretty much a family. The family agreed, and I made a promise I'd never miss a holiday, a birthday, a father-daughter dance, nothing because TV
Mhm.
is not important enough for that. I mean,
Right.
TV is not important enough for me to lose track of my family. And another concern was we always wanted to make sure that no matter what, we were very deep into our children's lives because a lot of times you see people get involved in TV and then you see their children start having all kinds of issues, whether it's alcohol, drugs, or anything else. And that was something we wouldn't accept. I mean, I would have
Right.
walked away from the show if I
Right.
thought at any point it was hurting anybody in my family.
Yeah, good.
Well, but yeah,
I
I mean,
think there's some questions. I saw some
yeah,
people
there's
asking,
some
are you
questions
up
in
for
here
it? I don't want to
if
keep
he's
you.
up
Yeah,
for it.
I'll do a few. I mean, yeah,
Okay. I mean, there's
All
a
right.
few out here.
You just let me know when you're ready to go.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean,
I mean, I kind of
Not a
just
problem.
saw
But
you in the chat. I was like, oh, let's see if he'll come
I
on.
tried to sign in on my YouTube account, but it wouldn't let me through StreamYard. I don't know what it
Oh,
was.
okay.
Wow.
All right. Jason, if you were starting out investigating, where would you start?
Where would I start? Well, first off, I would, I can't tell you to go read any books because I mean, I don't want you to go one way or another. I think the best place you could start would be researching, looking into claims and debunks of different things so you can prepare yourself for what you're about to deal with. And also don't go and spend a ton of money on equipment. I mean, the best piece of equipment you're going to use is first off common sense. I think
Thank you.
that's the
Thank
most
you.
important, that's the most important piece of equipment that anybody can have. And it's in rare form these days.
Mhm.
But yeah, so honestly, I would research into claims, debunks, get yourself set where you're going down the middle. You're not a full-blown believer where everything's paranormal, and you're not a full-blown skeptic where nothing's paranormal, or cynic, I guess we can call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah, and you know what? Actually, I've been putting together a program for people for online, and that was one thing. I made the definition in that. So there's a big definition between skeptic and a cynic. A skeptic says, "Show me the evidence." A cynic says there is no matter what, there is no evidence.
Right.
So, I mean, so there's a big difference. So when I say skeptic, I need to really start referring to that more as cynic. But yeah, so you don't want to be full blown, nothing's paranormal no matter what. And you don't want to be full blown, everything's paranormal. So I think if I can give you any information, that would be the start. And also, no matter what, no matter who you talk to, no matter what case you go to, always take what you're being told with a grain of salt. Always search for that truth yourself, because people misinterpret things all the time, and they might assume something to be paranormal, and you might find a normal cause for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And people, I mean,
Yeah, especially Jason being a plumber. I'm sure you got plenty of noises.
Well, and before
that
that, I was a master tech for Subaru and Mitsubishi, and I've done construction. So yeah, I think I luck out because I've dealt with electrical and plumbing and construction and electronics. So yeah, I'm going in a little better off than most people who are doing this, because a lot of people don't understand the construction phase or any of that stuff.
Right. And just bringing this up, you still have to have an open mind, even as, I mean, an open mind is to have the willingness to consider new information. That's what that means. Not that you're closed off or you won't accept it. A closed-minded one is somebody that refuses. They already have made up their mind and they refuse to even consider new information. That's the big difference between them. So yeah, I mean, that's if I didn't have an open mind, I would not listen to people. We would not have conversations like between you and I. We would not have a conversation because I'd be like, no, it's not real. If I was cynical and closed-minded, I would just say, yeah, we can be friends, but everything you do is wrong. Yeah. And that's it. And that wouldn't be a good friendship.
No, I think the fact that we can sit there and have conversations, and people think like we just talk like this. No, when you've been here, man, or we've hung out, we've had some in-depth conversations.
Yes.
We've gotten deep into things, and it's and that's the thing. And I love this other aspect. It's like where like you or the side-eye guy or Beardo, because we're friends, I've somehow lured them into the mind control by Hawes type thing. And I and you know this, I've never asked you, Beardo, side, or anybody to change anything you guys ever post, to do anything. I've never asked you guys for anything, because I never would. Because the minute I started asking you not to do something, then it's not really a friendship, man. It would be me manipulating you for a benefit. And that's not what it's about.
Right.
That's why I would never do it. So,
and you're right. Like, we've had really good, long, deep conversations, and
over a bottle of Kraken and stuff. Yeah.
And other things. And Kenny, this is why I respect Jason and people on here like you who are open-minded and never stop learning. Thank you, Lou. But yeah, I mean, we've disagreed, we've agreed, we've argued our points and different sides, considered each other's arguments, and gone from there. And
then we go out to dinner and don't discuss it at all.
Well, exactly. And we never get heated with each other either. It's more of a debate in a respectful tone, but also as friends who've known each other for a lot longer than this. I mean, it's one of those things where we can go back and forth, and you see my side, I see your side, and I think it's good.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be. So, all right, what else we got? Anything else?
You put me right on the
spot. I know, I put you on the spot.
Like, what the hell?
You're supposed to be monitoring your chat.
I am.
Ever come across anything that is claimed to be demonic? Oh, I have come across endless. So, and there's a whole aspect of what we do that doesn't it's not televised, where there's religious organizations who've called us in to write up so-called preliminary reports on possessions of demonic hauntings. And I'll tell you right now, 99.9% of those have nothing to do with the paranormal. Most of those are what, and I hate to say this because I don't want to come off mean, but you'll never see somebody become possessed who isn't overly religious. Okay. So, and I think you can agree with that, Kenny.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's over medicated, under medicated, self medicated, people seeking attention. Or you get people who watch way too much of certain shows and think that no matter what, everything's a demon because that's what they saw.
Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah. Or some of the stuff on YouTube these days.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I agree. I mean, and I do agree with your statement. I mean, I have never in my entire career heard of a atheist being possessed.
That's right.
It's always people that are religious.
Just like you'll never hear of an atheist getting the stigmata marks. I mean, it's just, come on.
And I think there's more to it than just being religious. I'm not picking on any religious people.
No,
we're not. You're not either. Yeah. It's just there are some people that are way into it. I also find that people are manipulated. That belief can be manipulated by outside sources, Lawrence, where it becomes something much more than it really is.
Yeah.
And
books, other TV shows, like I said, YouTube. I mean, and there's that whole aspect. It pushes people into this. I mean, you can look up words and how much they've jumped in use over the years. And I think there was just a thing with Google. It's the word demon and demonic has jumped like 30,000%.
I know. Yeah.
In just like the last couple of years. And you're like, yeah, because it hits with the algorithm. I'm sorry. I have fun doing YouTube. I don't need YouTube. I had a hit show for 20 years. I do it because I have fun, because I can still get out there, investigate, enjoy what I'm doing, put content out there that people enjoy. I'm not going to throw the word demon in or put this friggin' creature standing behind me for clicks. It's just not who I am or who I'll ever be.
Right.
That kind of goes with this question.
Jason, are you liking doing what you're doing on YouTube better than what you have done on TV? I have always been a big fan of yours since the first Ghost Hunter show. I am curious to compare.
You know what? The nice thing about doing TV was I had my camera guy, Kenny, and he'd always walk around me. I didn't have to worry about camera angles and stuff. And I didn't have to worry about editing the show because it would get edited, sent to me. I'd watch it, sign off on it, or I'd want changes done. I'll be honest, I've been having a hell of a time with YouTube. It's fun because you know what? I'm on no schedule. I take my time. I do it as I want to do it. I can cut it into different things. Like I go to somewhere, I film a tour of the location so everybody can see it during the day. And then I go back and spend some nights investigating. I edit it the way I want it. I can throw in the stupid crap that we do that you never saw on Ghost Hunters, and we can make it as long as we want. Where again, when I started Ghost Hunters, our show was 47 minutes long. And when I finally stopped, when they asked me to do 3 more years and I didn't want to do it, our shows were 41 minutes. So you're talking 19 minutes of commercials. A third of your show is now commercials. Yeah. And you know, I like the YouTube thing. It's fun. It's easy. It just and there's a great community, man. I've only been doing it a year. We've got like 8.5 million watches. And we've got a community of about 170,000+, and it's growing. And that's all within a year. It's just keeping it real, being ourselves, and enjoying what we're doing, and not going out and trying to push the hell out of it on every social media thing. We'll post here and there, but I mean, we're not living to push everybody there.
And as long as you don't do the Ghost Hunter standard YouTube thumbnail where their faces are all like, no, I hate that. I hate it.
That's not me, man. It's you know how weird it is when like my buddy was saying, well, you should put yourself in the thumbnail. I'm like, man, I hate putting myself in a thumbnail. And I did it. I did it on this Jenny Wade thing. I mean, and he did it a few times prior. And it's funny because like the Jenny Wade thing was within just a few days, it had played like 170,000 times. I'm like, well, damn, that did work. And then I'm like, but I don't want to put myself in the damn thumbnail anymore.
Right.
So it's like,
yeah, I always want to make it, because I see that I guess it's the standard thing that you see with a lot of these YouTube channels, where their faces it's the same face. Like they have one image of themselves that they keep putting on the thumbnails over and over again. And I like to be a little bit more creative. If I'm going to put myself in it, I want to be doing something. So like when I did the one on the Warrens, when they did the Snedeker case, like I'm literally sitting across from Ed and Lorraine and kind of like arguing with them. It looks like it. When I did the last one where I did with Zach's bullshit Houdini seance, like I actually put myself in at the table sitting with them.
That was fun.
You know, and actually looking at Zach like, what the fuck is your problem?
well, so a lot of people pay. I mean, there's all these people like in India and stuff that do that. So they pay like $10 or $20 a thumbnail. And, you know, so I don't know, they give them whatever and they just run with it from there. I'm just one of those guys. And I know thumbnails matter. They don't matter much to me, but you know, who knows?
I just like making them creative. That's all. I mean,
that's it. I like it to pop. And like I was just talking to this one guy, and I'm like, all right, well, let me know what you can do on the thumbnail, but I don't need to be in it. I don't need to look like I'm scared shitless or anything. Because that's just not who I am.
Exactly.
I mean, the living scare the hell out of me far more than the dead.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right.
Here you go.
You got another one?
We have a few.
Leanne, tell us more about this bromance.
Well, the bromance. Kenny and I met on farmersdaughters.com. And
I swiped right.
I don't know, Kenny, you and I mean, the first time we met was over 20 years ago. It was in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Philadelphia.
Yeah. Well, in Ghana, you were there too.
State Penitentiary. Yeah.
And we were hanging out. And we just got along.
Thought you were like, oh my God, that's Jason. They're filming. That's me anyway.
And I had you come over and hang out with us.
It was great.
And we've always gotten along. And I think we've also gotten along because, I mean, we were both hands-on guys, blue-collar guys and stuff. Yeah. And so we could relate to each other. And, I mean, and the TV thing has never mattered to me. I've never given a crap about that. No. It's, you know, that stuff comes and goes. Yeah, so I don't. Yeah, we've just, for whatever reason, we've always gotten along, even though you're an asshole. I mean, it's probably because your wife's so awesome.
Yeah,
I bounce him out.
Yeah, I think it's just because Donna's just awesome, and I mean, she makes up for it on you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. He appreciates it. He
knows. Hang on, I'll send you an I'm sorry text to Kenny.
Yeah, that's okay. Keep it going, Kenny. I totally get it.
No, and you're right. Good. It's just been it's a good, we can talk, and I think you're right. We do have similar backgrounds, so we can relate to it, and there's no. I don't have any hard feelings against anyone, and you're right. TV doesn't matter. Like, I don't give a shit that you're on TV. Because if you do something I don't like, I'm going to tell you.
I'm still going to call you out on it.
I don't give a shit. Like, what?
And you know what? And I've even said that to you too. I mean, like, and you know me, man. I've never cared that I was on TV. I've never acted any different. I'm still a plumber in New England, and you know, it's.
I see your commercials.
Yeah, but you know, I'm the same guy who I drive around. Right. I drive around in a pickup truck with my tools in the back.
Right.
Because that's who I am. I'm not out driving Bentleys and Lamborghinis and all that shit, or going in Vegas and dropping 25 grand on a hand of poker. That's just I mean, that's just stupid. Right. And you know what? The fact of the matter is, when you're doing that shit, then you got to keep up that whole fake front to keep on rolling and bringing more and more money in.
Right. Because you're spending more. Yeah, exactly. You're not doing.
I live my life. It's about the family, not material things. And yeah.
Jason, have you ever been freaked out by any of the places you've investigated, even if nothing happened?
You know what? By a lot of times it's been by the homeowners, because you never know what is going on with them. You know, you never know who's on the other side of that door. It could be somebody who has a serious mental disorder. It could be somebody who's got an addiction issue, abuse, you name it. So that I think is the thing that's freaked me out the most. I think there's only been one case I can ever trace back that I was truly creeped out on, and that was Skowhegan, Maine, where we were called in to spend time at this house. We got stuck there during a blizzard, and it was believed to be a negative entity haunting. And this going back 25, 30 years ago. But and John Zaffis was a part of it as well. I mean, they tried to run us off the road in the middle of a blizzard. It was good times. Yeah, it had to deal with the occult.
Oh my God.
And, you know, and it's not like the 70s where you knew the people who were in the occult wanted everybody to know they're in the occult. No, and these days they don't want it known. So yeah,
right. It's more of
so
a secret.
it's like the
thing.
mob. You don't know. Yeah, you don't know who's involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has there ever been a excuse me? Has there ever been a time when you showed up and just thought, no, this is dangerous. I'm not going through with this, and then left?
Yeah. We had a case. We were down in New Orleans, and we showed up and came across some druggies that were squatting in a house that we were supposed to be investigating. We've had other situations where the homeowner definitely needed she needed psychiatric assistance, to be honest, but she had a loaded shotgun behind her door, 357 under her pillow. So we had to get out of that one. Yeah, I mean, there's been a few, and there's been a couple episodes that I've not aired intentionally because I thought it would be damaging to the family mentally. I mean, we had a case that right over the border, Massachusetts, into the New Hampshire border, and we filmed an episode there, and I decided to pull it before it aired just because the family definitely needed assist. It had nothing to do with the paranormal. And you know what? I wouldn't feel right airing a family's dirty laundry for ratings.
Right,
It's not
exactly.
Yeah, it's not about that for us. So, you know, I pulled a couple episodes for those reasons, or like you and I talking. We filmed an episode at a place in Connecticut, and this is when we first started, one of our first couple seasons. And somebody reached out to us when they saw the commercial and said, that individual is a criminal, and this is why. And you and I talked about that, and we went and researched it and found out it was true. So we pulled that episode. And then ever since then, we made sure we ran criminal background checks on anybody before we went to investigate.
Right. Yeah, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
We've been in situations here where, well, at least one situation where we were testing someone for superpowers. And the background check wasn't done. And when they arrived, there was issues with him. We actually pulled up. Actually, I think Tim Binga, obscure reference man, called me at 7:30 in the morning to tell me that the applicant was sleeping on the front porch of our office outside. And so that went into a whole slew of problems. Found out he lied on his application about who he was, where he lived, and all this stuff. And I told everyone, nope, not getting in the building, because I don't know who this person is. And I'm not putting anyone at risk. Like all my coworkers here, I'm not putting them at risk for someone I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You know, or have any idea of his criminal background, if he has one or not. So,
well, yeah. and that's one of the, as a plumber, I mean, I've gone to people's homes, and you never know who, again, just like in the paranormal field, you never know who's really on the other side of that door. You can interview them over the phone and everything, but it's not until you get there that you can really make a connection.
And I never thought of how scary that could be for the other guy. I never thought about that, because I'm always letting people in,
Well, we had I had a plumbing job that I walked into. When I walked into this plumbing job, the individual still literally had heroin, heating up on the table.
My gosh.
And I turned around and tried to get out, and the person just became hostile, and it happened really quick. But all I know is I remember him moving, me moving, and then my boot on his head as I was calling 911 to have the cops show up. And I literally kept my boot on this guy's head the whole time.
Wow.
And because again, it's one of those things, you're as a plumber, you're getting sent to homes. Well, you got to go to this person's home, find out what the problem is. You never know what's going on the other side of that door.
Exactly. Yeah, it's scary. Shit.
Whew. All right. You still good?
I'm good right now, man.
Okay. All right. You let me know. Because I know we're going to be approaching hour 3 in about 10 minutes. And I know people are going to be like, go hour 3. Cat Mac, I can't complain about how awesome this complaints show.
I know. This is supposed to be a
That's
complaint show.
Oh man.
We are going to stop taking questions though, because
Yeah, no more
we
questions.
do have a lot. There's a lot for Jason, but we'll put this
Well,
one up.
Sure.
Cree makes a good point, but hang on. So this is for Jason. What are your
Okay.
final thoughts on the Oliver House in Middleborough, haunted or not? I think it had some strange things, but also we have to take into consideration that there is the ability for animals to get into the basement as well as other places. It's an old building; it's shifting. There's a lot of different things that are going on with that. So, and I see Cree Storm had written, I
Yeah,
don't think a
that's right
YouTuber should be going into homes investigating and film it. To me, it's wrong. I would agree for the most part, but just because somebody's doing a YouTube thing doesn't mean that they shouldn't do it. I mean, if the homeowner is okay, and that's the one thing, a lot of people question why we didn't do a ton of residential cases on the show, because a lot of people didn't want their personal lives televised.
Yeah.
Right.
So it made it easier just to do commercial buildings and places like that. But when it comes to, if somebody wants help, but they want you to film it, you got to take that into consideration, because
Mm-hmm.
you got to wonder why,
Why,
and
yeah,
that right there, that's a huge red flag. If
Right,
somebody's
right.
like, yeah, well, can you come to my house and investigate and film an episode? Well, why couldn't I just come to your house and investigate? Why does it have to be an episode? So I think you need to always worry about that. But then again, if they're truly having problems and somebody from YouTube is going in and truly looking for the answer, well, I think it's okay then. But I mean, it's got to be I don't know. I've always kept things under a confidentiality thing, where I don't want to go write a book or write a movie about somebody's horrible experience, because that's not what it's about for us. So
Right.
So I'm gonna take a different approach on this and say that many of the YouTubers, and I'm gonna go off of the ones that I've seen or come across. Many of them are in it for entertainment.
absolutely, 100%.
I haven't come across many, if any, that are in it for a legitimate investigation
Yep.
purposes. And that said, there's a problem with going into private homes, because now you're taking on the responsibility of that person's anxiety and stress and their behavior and their mental stability with the house. Because if they think something is going on and you have a YouTuber that's coming in that's entertainment based,
For the clicks
they're
and
coming
the views.
in for
It's right
clicks
here.
and views
Yep.
to film and put together a video that's going to be dramatic and get people to watch, with a thumbnail with the standard, oh my God, I'm scared face on it. Whereas if the person that's in the house, and again, this is the stipulation here, if the owner of the house is actually looking for help, that's not going to help them.
Okay, but now here's a conundrum there. What if it's me? What if it's me that they contact? I don't give a shit about, YouTube. I have fun with it, but I'm not into theatrics. I'm into truly trying to figure out what's going on. So, and yeah, I did a television show. I do a YouTube now. Can I be considered a YouTuber? Yeah, I guess. But
You're a
I
YouTuber.
like to investigate, and I go in. We help the majority of the people with no cameras.
So
I think there's.
how about this? How about
I think
this?
we need more YouTubers that are looking for the truth and truly trying to help people, instead of just trying to put together something that's entertaining.
Exactly.
So I guess
Right.
let me ask you this then: if you go into a house, you show up at the house, and there is an indication that there might be a mental health issue, you're obviously, you and the majority of the people, pretty much everyone that I've seen on YouTube doing these channels, are not qualified to diagnose that. But
Yep.
if you get any hint of that, what's your approach?
Well, first off, we've always dealt with numerous psychologists in the field. So we've assisted people outside of that, where we've connected them with somebody who can help them psychologically.
Right.
So, and we've done that on and off the show. So I think there's a bit, but then again, I wouldn't take, even if I went there with plans to film, and you've known me long enough to know this, and I realized it was something like that and it had nothing to do paranormal, I'm not going to air it because I don't care whether it airs or not. Yeah, of course I care for their own stability.
Right.
So I think there's a big difference on YouTubers who go out and everything they film needs to air. And there's a difference between YouTubers who go out and have the consideration to understand this shouldn't be public. This
Right,
shouldn't be
right.
posted. Their dirty laundry or their issues shouldn't be put into the public's
Right.
eye. They
Right,
need they need
and the
assistance beyond
problem
that.
yeah, and the
And that's
problem with this generation is that's what they wanna see.
Donna, I
They
so agree with you. You are 100%
but it's
correct.
the
no,
truth.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is
you're
the truth.
100% correct.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And that's what I was saying there. You've got the nice thing about YouTube is you've got a bunch of debunkers and and the debunkers are constantly looking at the people who are putting out content. I think that's important. But the problem is the debunkers are doing reaction videos or debunks on that content where you need people going out and actually doing the investigation and debunking, not
Yeah.
sitting there watching other people's investigations and shooting it down, which I think is so important because you guys have caught so many of them. But you need people who are actually going into the investigations and debunking them. But here's the other problem: is it going to click on the algorithm? Because all
Right.
these other guys are getting
Mhm.
millions of hits, and Kenny
Right.
will do a video and he'll get maybe 600 views. And I think that's bullshit
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
Kenny, especially when he's pulled out 100% the information about Annabelle and all this other stuff and the BS, Kenny's video should be seen 10 times these
More
YouTuber
than the
guys.
other ones,
Right.
yes.
But the problem is people aren't willing to look for the truth. And
Mm,
that again puts us right back in this predicament. So I mean, uh, I don't
I
know.
understand, and that's I feel better with your answer because it's if you go in actually wanting to help someone
Yeah.
and you get some kind of hint that sets you off saying, you know what, something's not right here. We need to stop and we need to actually get professionals in here that are not me and that are qualified to do this and help you before we can go any further. Or you're right. Like if somebody calls you out and says, hey, I don't know what's going on. This is the experience. I don't know what's going on. And you go out and actually investigate that experience to see if you can find a cause. That is one thing. That is, I think, what should be done. But
Yeah.
what I see is this entertainment thing where
And
it's
that's true.
like,
And
oh
where
shit.
I'm lucky enough where I have, also in my family, all my children. I mean, I've got a daughter who's got a degree in psychology. I've got and all these other things. So I can look at things differently. And also let's look at it where I said this in the beginning, and I don't need YouTube. I don't need if I film something, I don't have to air it because I don't need the income from that. I'm still a plumber and and my shows and syndication everywhere else. I film it because I enjoy it. And there's a big difference there where you get some out there who everything they film, they need to put out there because it's all about generating the clicks and generating the revenue. I don't need that. I
Right.
do it because I love it. And so there's a big difference there when I can look at it and be like, I'm not going to put this out there. It doesn't matter what it cost me to get there and to film it or any of that because it's not about that for us. So I think we need, I guess, yeah, you just need more people who I guess are in it because they want to really look for the answers. They don't care if they're going to post the content or not.
Right.
And they understand that if it's something like that, then just don't post it in the first place. I mean, if you're there to help somebody, posting that kind of
Right.
thing is
Right.
going to make their situation worse.
Like I've never published a private home that I've done. If somebody has asked me to come out and hey, I got some problem, I don't know what's going on, and I go out, I don't write about it. Well, I've written about one, but they're okay with it, and it was a good learning experience. But I kept their name out of it, so you don't know who it is and where they're from. But for the most part, yeah, private homes I don't advertise or I don't publish because
but you're also not you're similar circumstances to me. You're not looking to generate income off of
right.
you posting or writing an article. You're trying to generate
That
knowledge.
that is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
happening.
Yeah, but you're trying to generate knowledge or
Right,
information for
right.
people. And I think that's important. And again, pretty much we're trying to just get out there and investigate and enjoy what we're doing and show people what we catch. But whether I make money off of it or not doesn't matter to me, because my life is still I'm still okay. So I think so we're in a different places where, again, you're getting a lot of the younger kids. This is all they have. This
Mhm.
is, so they're not taking that into consideration. Every piece of footage they film has
Has to have
a money amount on it.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
So
because that's what they're doing now. They have
yeah,
no other
exactly. I mean, yeah.
abilities
Yeah. And they're
or
invested.
skills.
They
Yeah.
have to generate the views.
And that's where that comes in. That's where it becomes, where we're trying to really go in and help people. They're trying to create, generate income. And so there's a big difference between you and me and others like us and them. So
Generational. It's definitely a generational thing.
exactly, 100%.
It's a way because they all grew up with the internet,
They
and
lose-
this is
They lose sight of the idea that the mantra of we're here to help people. It's that fades away, I think, for them. And we're here to film something to get the views, and they forget about the people that after you leave, the next morning or 4 hours later, you leave those people.
It's also really sad about our society because they're the people that are clicking on this crap.
Well,
If
and
you really
that's
think
the
about
problem.
it.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. We've created
Yeah.
a whole world of people who aren't willing to dig deeper and see if this is true or that's true. They take everything at face value, and that's scary.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
It
scary.
really is.
Mhm.
All right. We are at 2 hours. What do you want to do?
We definitely need a break.
We need a break.
Um,
You good? You want to go for a little bit
What's my
more?
computer at? Hang on, let me see what my charge is at.
oh
All
yeah.
right, I'm doing okay battery wise right now. So yeah, take a break and we'll come back. We'll do a little longer,
do
and
a
then
few
I'll
more.
get
Okay.
going.
All right, cool. We'll
Sounds
play
good.
Donna's song, and we'll be back in 2 minutes and 35 seconds from.
That's enough to pee.
In the skeptical helper, there's a guiding star, keeping checks in line. She's the queen of the bar, with a wink and a smile. She keeps things flowing. Divine Donna's on the scene to keep you from trolling. Divine Donna, watch her keep the show on track. Moderates with flair, she's got your back. With her love, Kenny Biddle every Friday night. In the skeptical help bar, she's a delight. Start your questions with a capital Q, so Donna can pose them for you. Follow the Swayze rule and be nice, or she'll kick you out for life. Divine Donna, watch her keep the show on track. Moderates with flair, she's got your back. With her love, Kenny Biddle every Friday night. In the skeptical help bar, she's a delight. Rarely says a word, unlike her hubby. Doesn't let the show run into hour 3. She may be quiet, but she reads all the chats. So say hi, or thanks, she deserves that. Divine Donna, watch her keep the show on track. Moderates with flair, she's got your back. With her love, Kenny Biddle every Friday night. In the skeptical help bar, she's a delight. Rarely says a word, unlike her hubby. Doesn't let the show run into hour 3. She may be quiet, but she reads all the chats. So say hi, or thanks, she deserves that. Divine Donna, watch her keep the show on track. Moderates with flair, she's got your back. With her love, Kenny Biddle every Friday night. In the skeptical help bar, she's a delight. In the skeptical help bar, she's a delight.
Leave it up.
Ah,
Hey.
all right. Yeah. Did you leave it up? Did you put it up?
Wait a minute. I have a problem with
Great.
that song
Hey,
because
Pinky.
that song said Donna didn't allow the thing to go into 3 hours and all that
I
crap.
know,
man.
right?
That's
And I'm
the-
still here just
that's
because
the-
of you.
Again, I'm
Jason.
just,
You
I'm
got
just,
me out of here.
I'm basing things off of the fact, you know.
That's
but-
an inside joke and purposely made for that because Donna hates when we go into hour 3.
Because it's late on a Friday. I got stuff to
But
do.
I want to say thank you, Pinky, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry I missed it the first time Donna put it up. But all right. So we got people asking the questions view. Like you come on the show and people are flooded with questions. So again, don't feel obligated. Whenever you want to take off, just let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're not going to get to all these. I'm telling you guys
Yeah.
now.
No, that's fine. I've asked this before on Jason Chat. Would either of you could say I've actually offered for Kenny to come out, and we still plan on it. But I had offered at one point. We were trying to get you out there during one of my shows, the actual television show, if you recall.
Yeah.
But of course, you had just kind of taken the position there and everything else. So, but
Yeah.
yeah. So Kenny's always invited. You know,
Look at it. One of these days, we'll connect on that.
Yeah,
You'll
that
just
would
see me.
kinda be
I'll just
cool.
pop up one episode. All of a sudden, I'll be there.
Well, it's funny because it's like I had the side eye guy out with me at Harriman. I haven't posted that because you know what? It was let them have their video and run with it. But
Right.
I gotta post a video. I gotta post parts of it though because he wanted to arm wrestle. He got his ass kicked both arms,
Heard
and
about that.
I beat him even with the arm I still need surgery on. And
Oh,
then we
no.
had a wheelchair race, and he lost that too. So I mean,
I saw the footage of that too.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen your workout equipment. I wouldn't challenge you. Like, nope.
Oh man, yeah,
But that would be funny.
definitely-
Yeah,
yeah.
you definitely have to do that.
yeah. Just, I mean, I know it's like Buffalo is not the ideal place to visit,
out there in the
Yeah.
winter, I grew up there.
If you want to go to
Yeah.
Niagara Falls, it is.
but yeah, whenever you get close, I mean, even within like 5-6 hour drive, I mean, I don't mind doing that. So
No, absolutely, and we're gonna set it up. I mean, I had told you I was heading to New York, but you know, Donna had the whole thing going on as well. So
Oh,
right,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I get it.
no worries, we'll make it happen. Don't worry.
Carl McGowan says,
All right.
"Yeah, Jason, thanks for taking all the questions." Somebody said Jason's a gentleman. They must not really know me.
Stop kissing his ass. God damn it.
They love him.
You know,
They love him.
it's people. I think sometimes people think that like I put on an act when I'm on camera, but you gotta. And anybody who knows me could tell you I'm the same person on camera that I am off camera. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, this is
He
just
is
who I
the
am.
same asshole.
Oh, I am. I am. I could be a total ass. You know, I had 6 kids, man. I can handle it, so it's
Yeah.
fine. So
Jason, did you encounter any bat issues when you visited the Island of Dolls in Mexico?
no, but I will tell you. I would never go back there because I didn't know that the cartel run all those waterways.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, so they come up and they're like, "Hey, you guys, you know, in Mexico, of course, you guys don't want any problems on the island, right?" Of course, you say no. They're like, "Okay,
Right,
well, we can make sure that doesn't happen." So for a certain amount, and then they sit just off the distance with their machine. I mean, it's scary.
Oh,
It's scary. You realize real quick that who runs that and most of that
that
country.
area.
right. Wow.
Well, we've watched that show with the chasing
How
the
to catch a smuggler?
how to catch a
Yeah.
smuggler with the guys on the boats down in Mexico.
Yeah.
That's
it's
I
scary.
would not want to do that job.
And you know, it's funny. It's you get like they're asking about bats. That's something you would have never really been able to tell from the television show that I can air on these things. Yeah, there's one thing that terrifies the hell out of me are bats. I hate them, and I don't know why. But well, they're just too all over the place. I can't figure out which where they're
Yeah,
gonna
they're always
turn. And
darting at your head.
so I can, but I could put that stuff in the YouTube
They're
video.
so
and have fun.
cute.
Ah,
I mean, you tell me God wasn't stoned when he gave rats wings. I mean, come on. It's like,
so cute. All right. What else we got? Jason, was it just the once on the show that the building owners tried to con you with all the fake stuff they set up?
oh, they're talking about that place in California. No, honestly, I think, and it wasn't the owners, but I think when we filmed at the Queen Mary, certain people had
The camera.
certain people who had the key to the door that we couldn't get in touch with randomly for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I think it's people, some people have a hidden agenda, and it's whether it's to push the ghost tour industry or what. I mean, yeah, there's been a few on and off the show, but I had to fight with NBC to get them to air the episode because they didn't want to put it out there. And I'm like, why? If they did it, put it
Yeah.
out there. I mean, they're dumb
Right?
enough to do it. I'm smart enough to air it. I mean,
Yeah.
show the world that this stuff does happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the problem.
And yeah,
They don't want to.
If you catch people doing that stuff, I think I encourage you to put it out there. You don't have to be a dick about it, but I mean, you can be blunt about it because if
And you know how much editing they had to do of the things I said that they had to remove because I was so pissed because I traveled 3,000 miles to go to this place. I mean, that's days away from my kids.
right,
I didn't need to be out, or I could have been helping somebody that actually needed it instead of having people hiding masks in the mirror and crap like that and speakers in the walls.
right, yeah. All right, was it Taps or Ghost Hunters that did the Halloween special at the Winchester House?
We didn't do a Halloween special, not a live or anything there. Taps Ghost Hunters is about the Taps team. The only time it wasn't was when the reboot happened and I refused to do it without the team. But no, we filmed it. We filmed an episode at the Winchester House, but it wasn't, I don't think it was a Halloween special.
Okay.
And it definitely wasn't one of our live Halloween specials.
Right. All right. Let me see here. Donna stepped out real quick. So let me see. Jason, what was your first paranormal experience? Ooh.
A long time ago, I was like 19. I saw something which didn't make sense to me. I was never really a believer of the paranormal. But I saw something and I wanted to understand how these things were possible. And the further I dug into it, I think, well, the deeper I dug into it, the more and more bullshit I found. And, again, Dave selling friggin' memberships for people looking at orbs and stuff like that. It's just that, and that just started a deep dive that's still been going 30 something years later.
All right. Let me see here. I've asked this before on Jason chat.
We already did that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He says, "Where's Donna?" I can't work with this guy.
Indisposed at the moment.
Half-assed playing. Oh man.
Oh, I'll give you one. All right.
Make this shit too easy.
This? Fuck you.
Does this guy have a stand on psychic mediums? Yeah, I think the majority of them are bullshit. It's I have friends that are self-proclaimed sensitives and stuff. I've never tested their abilities. I mean, they seem to be able to pick up on some stuff. I don't know. I can't speak on their behalf, but the majority of the ones I have come across throughout the years have had no special abilities. And I think a lot of it is that, like you were saying, testing people for superpowers. Right. A lot of times people just want to be different or have something that somebody else doesn't, that makes them stand out. And they grasp onto that. But yeah, but I'm also a believer that anybody, and I hate the word psychic. I like the word sensitive. I think anybody they can teach themselves to be sensitive. Now, and just whether you agree with this or not, Kenny, it's if you're around high magnetic fields all the time, your body can kind of learn how you feel around those magnetic fields or whatever. Now, does that make you a psychic talking to ghosts? No, it just makes you more sensitive to the magnetic fields than somebody who's never had that. So, I mean, so I think people can train themselves to be sensitive. I mean, it goes right down to chi and all martial art training. I mean, you were a martial artist. I was a martial artist. You were taught to connect with the energy and, whether it's drawing in energy or drawing but you were in martial arts.
I was in martial arts, but
you did Taekwondo, right?
Yeah. No, I did Kempo.
Okay. The American version. Yeah.
Teaching of chi.
Okay. Well, chi, I did Kung Fu, and it's a big thing with chi and inner strength and connecting with the energies around you.
So with magnetic fields, I
I'm just throwing those out
yeah.
there as like
I mean,
a thing.
that-
Like, yeah,
like when you go to like the World Health Organization and look for standards for EMF, all right, those EMF standards are based on high frequency areas, which or high level areas which are meant for power lines. So people that work on power lines, that work on them all day long, but those are still far below what would be considered dangerous.
well, but we also have to take into consideration that people that live near high power transformer systems are ending up with brain cancer on a higher percentage than others. So, I mean, I think the World Health Organization needs to be called into question for numerous things within the last so many years. But I'm just throwing out EMF as just throwing that out as if somebody if somebody goes to 1,000 so-called haunted locations, and out of those 100 of them are, they're over time they can teach themselves to pick up more on subtle things within that house. So in other words, somebody who's gone to 1,000 locations and 100 were is going to probably be a little more sensitive than somebody who's never gone to 1,000 homes in the first place. So it's just your body becomes more in tune to the things that's around. So you're just becoming more sensitive to your surroundings.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with that.
Oh, no, that's fine.
I think people can pick up on contextual cues, but not so much, because this is what we're talking about here is a superpower. It's something that's not recognized by science. It's something that can be tested.
Well, I don't think it's a power as it's being more sensitive to the environment around you.
How do you define the sense? Because I think that's the issue here. Like, how do you define sensitive?
Well, just picking up on more of just picking up more on the atmosphere or whatever around you. It's what you're walking into. I mean, like, I'm not walking into a house saying, "Oh, this place is haunted." Like, you get some so-called psychics that are, but you walk into homes, and a lot of times you can pick up on different things, because as just better than people who've never been brought into those scenarios.
Yeah, and I would attribute those to, again, contextual cues, looking at the architecture or the behavior of the people that are in there. If you pick up more empathy,
you definitely you definitely play off of
tension from there, and then clutter, not clutter, dogs, pets versus no pets, and stuff like that. There's
versus the types of books they're reading, the types of movies they're watching, the types, everything.
I would go with all that than anything else. And with that, I would say, the more places you visit, the more you begin to understand what you need to recognize, what you need to look for. Look at the bookshelves. Look at the
which of course is something we've always done. Yeah, because you want to get into their psychology. You want to get into the psychological aspects of the homeowner,
right,
to understand why you're there in the first place. Do they really have a haunting, or do they just want a haunting, or do they believe everything is a haunting?
Right. See, we can disagree and we're still friends. Look at that shit. It happened right in front of you.
I'm going to get off. I'm going to go rock in a corner and cry and stuff. Whatever. That's just how I handle things.
Kenny does do that after the show, but I do not. Yeah, I'm only messing up.
That's only when we have like a show where I drink way too much.
And Susan Gerbic says that does not make them psychic. And of course, that's what I've been saying. I hate that word psychic. I feel like somebody should have a 1-900 number attached to their name when they use that.
Right. I mean, I've gone into places and I get what you might say, for slang term, a bad vibe. You know, like I look around and I immediately pick up, okay, it's damp in here. You know, they don't clean up. There's a certain scent that happens with those. I look around the house,
black mold, you name it,
stuff like that, and I'm getting the sense of, all right, this is not a good area to be in. There's lots of issues in this house. That's not being psychic. That's
exactly, and that's why I've always hated that word. Just like when I go into a home you're dealing with people every day, and you can kind of pick up on the cues of, is this going to be a good back and forth? Is this going to be a heated exchange back and forth? So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What else?
What else we got? Pre-storm.
Equipment being
Everyone
bad.
talks about equipment being bad, yet you use equipment. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think equipment's being bad, but I think there's a lot of BS equipment out there, and I mean, especially the Ghost Radar apps and all that stuff. I think too many people let the equipment lead the investigation, and they shouldn't let any equipment lead the investigation. And it depends on the type of equipment. To be honest with you, I'm not out there using half the stuff I see out there.
And it depends on the use of it and the controls in the area. I mean, we talked about it on this show plenty of times, where if you're going to use any of the equipment, the first thing is you need to know how it's.
Oh my God, understand it. Yeah.
Yes. You need to understand how it works, how to interpret the results based on the manufacturer specs. You need to know how to control the area for that piece of equipment, so that you're not getting these.
Because you got people using walkie-talkies setting off devices.
Yes.
Or their cell phone setting off devices and then claiming, oh my God, it's a ghost. This means there's a ghost here. And it's, so-and-so's getting a text message or this person's clicking something. Yeah.
I mean,
and I've also caught investigators who've manipulated walkie-talkies and had little buttons in there so they could push the button and set the thing off on their own.
Right. Right.
So
Kenny.
What? I mean, there.
You got it.
I've done that. I have a walkie-talkie
Kenny's so bad.
that I use, that when you turn it on and click, I cut the wires to the speaker so you can't hear it click on.
Awesome.
But I click it once in a while when I'm on a location with a group, just to see if they will look for an alternative explanation. Like if that REM pod goes off, are they looking for a cause, or are they just sitting there not moving going ghost?
Yep.
And that tells me a lot about them.
Absolutely.
But yeah, equipment use, I mean, it's not all equipment is bad. Sometimes, like if you're measuring the temperature in a room or the humidity, then yeah, you're monitoring it over several days and stuff. That's
these people who are out there with voice boxes and stuff. Give me a freaking break.
Yeah, like some of these, a ghost box and stuff, I don't agree with at all.
Yeah,
and I think that's bad equipment because it's manipulated to create anomalies. It's not being used to actually take a measurement. It's creating the anomalies that they then promote as ghosts,
or some of these other ones that they can actually load the words into themselves.
Right.
So, which is crazy to me. So if I'm going to go to a house that supposedly has negative activity and I just want to program all demon names into it, and then it randomly goes off and I act like I'm surprised. Wow.
Right. All right.
Yeah,
let's do one more, and then my allergies are starting to get like really bad. So I want to wrap it up soon, because I'm holding back coughing so bad. All right, Alfaba, can Jason come here with you in October so that there can be a paraceleb at the Historical Society? So in October, I'm going out to Indiana, Pennsylvania, to the Historical Society to do a presentation on equipment, ghost hunting equipment, and it's going to be it's a very relaxed kind of presentation, so interactive with the audience. So. I don't know. Are you?
If I'm around, I know there's 2 weeks in October that I've already got something planned and parents and stuff. But I mean, I'll check if I can get out there. I definitely will. That, man.
Yeah,
we always have a good time.
October's already booked. I know.
Yeah. All right. With that, I'm gonna cut off the questions and say we're gonna wrap it up, so that I can go have a coughing fit.
It's not my fault. It's Kenny's fault, everybody. I just want you to know that. So
that's it. So, all right. So everyone else, just real quick. I don't think I have much going on. If you're in the Buffalo area, September 13th is the Haunted Market on Grand Island.
Oh, that's right.
Come on out, because Donna's going to set up her crafting table and do that. That's going to be fun. And for me, October 10th, I will be in Indiana, Pennsylvania for the Historical Society. That's the date, October 10th. I'll be out there giving a presentation to them and talking in depth about ghost hunting equipment, starting with the claim about the equipment and then going into some of the flaws. And we're going to do a little science, talking about variables and experimental controls too. So it should be informative.
Please talk about the DR60.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, again.
I fucking hate that thing.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, because too many
Yeah.
people are thinking that this is like the demon catcher of everything.
I know, and they're spending billions on it.
So, yeah, $3,000.
That's
It's like, come
just
on.
stupid.
October 18th, I'll be in, where am I going to be? West Virginia. What's the place?
I don't know.
I don't know. You always know the
Well-
actual thing. I'll be in somewhere in West Virginia
Oh, it's like a
for-
Skepta thing, right?
for the Skepta Camp.
There you
It's
go.
the first annual Skepta Camp that's going to be out there. It's a 1-day conference. I think there's 6 or 7 speakers that are going to be talking about various topics, and it should be fun. So come on out to that. That's all I have for now. I think.
Oh, and then we have our psychic event or our seance event.
Oh, I was going to say, like,
Psychic
What's this? Wait a
event.
minute. Hang on.
Sorry. That was the
October
other show.
31st
I'm sorry.
is a Friday, so we're going to do a live stream show, and we're going to do a
A
Houdini
seance.
seance here.
Oh my.
I'm waiting to get word back from Dorothy Dietrich, she's a mentalist and magician. She does a Houdini seance every year on Halloween. So I'm going to try and get in with her, and we're going to have a nice little thing here. And then John Cox from the Wild About Harry website. He's a Houdini expert. We had him on the show a couple
he
weeks
said
ago.
he'll come back.
Really good
Yeah.
guy. Yeah. So we're going to try and do something like that and have a Houdini seance. I mean, we're not going to talk to him. He's not going to show up.
You never
I
know.
know. I know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Can we place bets?
Yeah.
No, right? I'm here. He might show up.
I don't know about that. All right. Everyone else, Jason, you hang out for a couple minutes, if you will, after the outro plays. Everyone else, thank you for showing up. Thank you for hanging out with us. We had a good time.
Yeah.
And be sure.
Thank
to
you,
come back.
everybody.
And
Yeah. Thank you, Jason, for coming on.
that's awesome. We had a good time.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. I'm out of here.
Do
Never
we
stop
have
learning.
anybody scheduled for next week?
No, not
No
yet.
scheduled for next week yet.
I'll
So
figure it out.
okay.
I'll make shit up.
All
Like
right.
Zach.
All right, guys. Have
All
a
right.
great weekend. It's a holiday weekend, so
Be safe.
careful
Don't drink
out
too
Enjoy,
there.
much.
everybody.
yeah. Bye-bye.
Hey, diddle diddle, here's a little riddle. Who's the best at bunker? Is it Kenny Biddle? Oh, he's good, not just a little. Not at the bottom or even the middle. Strike a chord like a fiddle. Tasting the rainbow like a skittle. That's fragile and brittle. You can watch him take a problem and start to riddle the problem away. He does not play. He takes his job so seriously. He loves a challenge and won't turn you away. It's such a skeptic, he keeps stones. Believers exposing the fake. It wouldn't take him long to find a needle in hay. Use a magnet, damn it. Now take a drink of Kenny's specialty. Someone may say that's not for me. To each their own, won't really will be. Man, Kenny's such a skeptic, drinking skeptical tea. Like and subscribe, everybody turn notifications on. And go watch his show and forget about this song. Mr. Wizard or Bill Nye the Science Guy. Can you remember? You like Kenny better, so head to the Skeptical Help Bar and meet the bartender. Pick up a drink and relax, cause nobody does this better. Not even close, not even a little. He's the one and only Kenny Biddle.